Sup guys, Lipitan here, and welcome to my channel. Now, I am not doing so good. I am not really feeling very well. So, I'm gonna, so that's why my voice is kind of lower. So, yeah. Also because winter is here, so, yeah. That means it makes my voice a lot deeper than it usually is. So, um, obviously, so let's see what's going on. I guess let's just go ahead and get right into the thing. So, um, okay, so what should I talk about? Oh yeah, so basically, I really, so I've actually been using OBS Studio for quite some time. I'm glad I have, because this is actually way 10 times better than than Bandicam. Probably like even like it's like 100% better. But anyway, so as you can see, the webcam for me, it's like it's fully focused on this right now. But obviously, as with last time, if you do it like this, you can pretty much just like resize this. So basically how you do this is if you see the okay, so basically how you do this is basically with the red thing, you go over to one of the circles to resize and you go to the bottom right. Or if you're like over here, then it's the top left, or so on and so forth. But I like to put it up there, cause that way it's much better. So, and then you can just resize it however you want it. So, that's pretty good. Um, so obviously I did make it to where you couldn't really see my mouse cursor. Um, that's actually pretty useful for like certain circumstances where you don't want the mouse cursor to be in the way when you're playing a game, because that would be bad. Um, it would just be annoying. So yeah, but anyway, so you have these options. This is the screen capture. The screen capture is okay. So first of all, so how you do this is you just go to plus and then add for for the screen capture I did display capture, and then I created a new, and then what I did was I basically just did this capture cursor no. um so obviously right now you can't see my webcam. That's because these are these work as layers. So whenever one layer is on top of the webcam, then you can't see the webcam. Well, depending on the actual thing. So so we just do this. Let's say we want to do that. Capture cursor on. Yeah. So we can obviously rename it. So that's how I renamed it to screen capture and webcam and all that stuff. Let's say we want to remove it though. Actually, first I should say, how do you make it to where this the webcam shows up again? So basically, what you do, it works like layers. So you go to order and you move down. Obviously, because this is live split, not webcam, it's not going to really affect anything right now. But then finally, here's my face again. So that's how you do that. Now how you delete it is basically you just right click on it and then you just go to where it says remove. Are you sure you want to remove display capture? Yes. And there we go. So, and obviously, as you can see, no more cursor showing up. Screen capture, how I did that. Well, I already just told you how I did the screen capture. Doy. What am I thinking? Webcam. I can't remember exactly how I did webcam. I think I remember. It was a video capture device, and it was basically the device I used was the integrated webcam. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna do cancel because I don't really want that, and I'm gonna remove that. Wish to remove, yes. So, so if you want to know, if you have watched my my playthrough of Nothing Else, and you're wondering how I made it to where my webcam was here and the game is to the right of the webcam, then all you have to do is and like the rest of it is just black. All you have to do is basically so if we put it up, so if you put I renamed this black background. I basically added an image which was the same aspect ratio as the video, so thus it would work. So I did the black background, and basically what I would do is, let's say we want to move it up. There we go. So now if we move it up, you can't even see the screen capture anymore, it's just black background. So let's move it back down, and as you can see, yeah, so basically that's how I did it. So move up and then move back down. So yeah, that's how to do a black background thing. But I can't speak today. How I did the life split thing is the exact same, is kind of the same thing, except instead of display capture, I did window capture. And that's how I did the live split thing. If you're wondering how I did it for my speedruns, so yeah. It's basically you got your sources, and then your scenes. I have no idea exactly how you do your scenes on the bottom left, but I do know about the mixer. The mixer, I had to test out some things in order to get the right audio for that, because obviously on my older videos the desktop audio was actually louder than my microphone audio, so thus I actually had to adjust a few things. So basically I don't entirely know what setting is best. I feel as though you might just need to experiment with the sound to make sure these are the right levels to where you can actually hear both the game playing and the game sounds and you talking at the same time. And also the webcam as well. I mean the webcam, technically, because I'm using a webcam, it's kind of the same thing as the mic, so yeah. So it's basically the same thing since I'm using the same, yeah, okay. But yeah, so that's the mixer. Now these are the controls. If you want to record, obviously, you press record. Right now, it says stop recording. If we press this button, the video will end. So I'm not gonna press that. We can do if you want to stream, you can obviously OBS is actually also built for streaming. So if you want to do that, that's awesome. So you can basically go ahead and start streaming if you want to. You might have to adjust some settings, but yeah. So you start streaming and then you stop. Studio mode, I have no idea what this is, but anyway. Now let's go over to the settings. Actually, let's see. Is there anything I need to go over here? Um, uh, oh, also, if you look over to, you can't really, okay, hold on. Let me change this up. Okay. So if you go over to where it says help, the tab, this might be useful. There are log files and crash reports. You might need those just in case OBS Studio kind of bugs up, like it did the first few times I used it. It kind of bugged up a little bit, so anyway, put the webcam back there. Now I'm gonna go to settings and might need to, there we go, so that way I can actually see everything perfectly. So general settings are basically, I did this, I did the theme as dark, because if I did it as default or something like that, it would kind of like strain my eyeballs. So I did it as dark, because that's better for my eyes. It's probably a good idea to also automatically record when streaming, so that way you can have a recording as well, so you can upload it to other things. So what do I go over? I didn't really change anything else except for obviously language. You definitely need to change the language. You definitely need to, or else you're not going to understand anything that this is saying, obviously. Okay, so this is how I did the stream. I was thinking someday I was thinking about streaming, so I set this up. I did Twitch. Server, this is recommended as auto. And I obviously did my stream key. It's obviously as dots because it's hidden. Yeah. I'm not gonna show the show button because that would kind of that would kind of expose me a little bit. I'm just kidding, but anyway, I just don't feel safe. But anyway, let's go to output, and okay. So you obviously need to set the recording path, obviously. I set mine to the video output where I always do mine. The same thing for Bandicam. Same folder. But anyway, so that out of the way, you also need to do the recording format as MP4. I mean, you can do it as an FLV. It's just, I mean, you can obviously do whatever recording format you want, and it'll probably work just as fine. It's just I particularly work better with MP4, so that's why I chose that. Audio device one is I set mine to my microphone. This one here, desktop audio device, I did headphones here. It's very recommended that you do that. This is kind of the same, and this area is kind of the same thing, a little bit of a similar thing to the mixer, but I don't a little bit different. I don't know entirely how to use this, but okay. You obviously need to set the canvas resolution and the scaled resolution, so that way it's not. So that way it's not like, I don't know, like it's not a different it's not a different resolution than you want. So obviously these right here are 16 by 9, which is the most recommended aspect ratio of YouTube. So yeah, the hotkeys, obviously, you don't really need to. Hotkeys are mainly just here for if you want to have a specific key that instead of pressing this button to record, you just hit the button on your keyboard to record. That was what I did. I pressed F9. I would press F9. Obviously, you can do anything you want. I obviously press F9 just as I do with Bandicam. I always do F9 to record and stop recording, as usual. Is there anything on advanced that we need to go over? No. Okay, cool. So once you're done with all that, if you want to save your settings, you obviously click apply. But since we haven't really changed any settings, then we're gonna just click OK. Now we're back here. So that's pretty much it actually for OBS Studio. I mean, this wasn't really a too big of a tutorial because obviously I don't know too much about how to use OBS Studio. I basically just kind of learned by myself. So, yeah. But anyway, so what else should we talk about? So now that we've got things out of the way, what should we talk about? Ah, yes. So there is a new playthrough that's going to be coming out. It's Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It's going to be probably as long as my Diversity Let's Play. Probably going to be as long. But obviously not as long as Minecraft, because that was the longest. That was the longest Let's Play I've ever done on this channel, and I am happy that I'm done. I'm happy that I'm done actually editing it. That was just like a huge nightmare, just editing the Minecraft series. But so Amnesia is coming out, and yeah. I'm also going to be doing I'm gonna be doing a Brazilian horror game. It's called Pesadelo o Inicio, which that actually is Portuguese for Nightmare the Beginning. So I guess look out for that. Obviously I can't really there is no option to change the language to English, so I'm gonna have to use Google Translate and then do my voice over some of the things, or I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a subtitles. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Anyway, that's coming. That's also coming. I'm also going to be doing some Amnesia mods and custom stories as well, so look out for that. And is that it? Oh, also, it's almost it. I just wanted to say this. The reason why I won't, so I will not be doing an intro anymore. I know a few people probably liked the idea of there being an intro to every one of my videos, like the intro screen and stuff. I've just gotten tired of it. I've just kind of grown out of it. I just feel like it's not necessary. I just feel like just a simple "Sup guys, Lipton here" is just that it's good enough. We don't need to do like a whole intro screen like everybody else on YouTube is doing. Um, and obviously, it's not a lot of popular YouTubers have intro screens anymore. So honestly, it's kind of annoying when you have an intro screen on every single episode. So honestly, I'm not gonna be doing that anymore. So I mean, I'm really sorry if you wanted an intro screen, but here is something I will do in substitute for the intro screen, as kind of like a payback or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's what it's called, but um, I've got this video at the end. It's not just gonna be a static image anymore. At the end of the video where it says subscribe and all that stuff. It's not gonna be a static image. It's actually gonna be a video. It's gonna be like a background, like motion graphics kind of video. Obviously I decided to go for the whole blue vortex. And I've been looking all over the internet for one that would actually work. Finally I found one. So I guess you'll see that at the end of this video. When it shows the other videos that I have done. So yeah, but it's not a static image anymore. It's actually moving. It's actually a moving thing. I basically I actually downloaded it as a GIF, but then I transferred it to an MP4 for the sake of editing. So yeah, so that way it would actually work. But anyway, I guess that's about it for this video. If you have a rating, it'd be much appreciated. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing videos pretty often, but not too often because of high school and stuff. And if you like this video, and check out my other videos, they're also pretty awesome. So, ratings would be much appreciated. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.